Welcome to the Book the Busy podcast. I'm Khalid Bryan, your host and proprietor. Shannon Sharp say proprietor, so I want to say proprietor. Your host and proprietor of the Book the Busy podcast.
I like that.
It sounds good, right?
Yeah,
I was like,
close.
that sounds good. I'm gonna say that. We have with us my favorite homegirl, your favorite homegirl, Sancheir, new construction extraordinaire, real estate extraordinaire.
Yes.
Actually was an original member of the Investment Property Gurus.
Still is. And will be
very helpful. Thank you for
Very
all
true.
that you've done.
Very
We will hear about all the things Sancheir has done for me
Yes.
and all of our agents. And just out of the pure appreciation, like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you never even asked for anything. You're like, yeah, I got you. If I asked you to do something, like I got you. Right? What time? You know.
Let's do
So
it.
thank you for all of that, and thank you for being here. So we have Sancheir. Did you remember my season is?
Hey, damn.
God damn it, Sancheir.
We stay like 3 minutes away from each other.
It's
So
okay.
like I'm not even really
Yeah.
stressed.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the stress part. I'm not really stressed.
Yeah.
I did forget because I was
That's
rushing
okay.
out the
That's
house.
okay. That's okay.
But you stay down the street.
Yeah, that's. But you know what? I was gonna like have a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lay it out. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen like the Bel Air bottles? It's gonna be like the seasoned by Sancheir bottles just laid out right
I'm
here.
with the bag.
And I was gonna
I'm
hold
with the
one.
bag.
You know, we'll pretend this is. I'll turn it around. Make
I
sure you
found
check
both.
out Seasoned by Sancheir. what's your website?
SeasonedBySancheir.com.
Oh, that's up. Love it. SeasonedBySancheir.com. I will watch my stories and I'm gonna post it, and like you'll see part 2 on my Instagram page. But anything I'm missing in your intro, I wanna do it right.
No, you did really good.
Nailed
You
it.
did really good.
Okay. She just got a new house, very nice kitchen. You should see her kitchen.
I renovated that.
Yes, go on her page and look at her kitchen. The kitchen was fine when she bought it, but
I think it was.
let me tell you something. This kitchen now, like you could film in there.
Correct.
So, all right, back into the Busy podcast. All right, so
What were we saying?
yes, I don't remember, but let's just do it in the thought. So, Seasoned by Sancheir, while we're talking about it, you are a new home sales extraordinaire.
Yeah.
You are the top producer within your. I don't know how to like categorize it, but within your
Right.
your thing, you up there. So
I am. Am I?
yes. So with that going
I
on
am.
and just being like you're so good at what you're doing here, and it's just like how did you find the mental space to mind you, stop. On top of selling new construction homes to plenty of people, she's also a top producing social media content producer with a monetized Instagram.
Yes.
Is your TikTok monetized too?
Well, Instagram don't pay no more. But
What?
my TikTok, I am monetized on
Monetize on TikTok. You monetize somewhere.
Yes.
Shit. So okay, so and that's a whole nother thing. Like that's not even a real estate based social media. Like that's just
No.
okay. So we got a lot to cover. So being so booked and busy in new home sales, how did you find a mental space to not only like create, think of, but produce and already start selling out of your own seasoning line?
To be honest, I love being booked and busy.
Yeah.
Right. So once I started feeling like, okay, I'm kind of bored with this,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't stop what I'm doing. I would just create another thing.
I get that.
Like my husband always says it. Like she just always has to be doing something.
Yeah, it's like what's next.
Right.
I get that.
So I really do have a passion for cooking. I've always have. I actually went to culinary school.
What's good?
Le Cordon Bleu.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
A lot
Okay,
of people
I can
don't
see
know
that. I can
right?
see that. Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
So this was when it was right on Miramar Parkway. There was a Le Cordon Bleu.
I didn't even know it was one over there. Okay.
In that little warehouse area between
Like
Palm and
the
Red Road.
Park of Commerce, something like that. Yeah.
right,
Okay.
right,
Cool.
right.
Okay. Cool.
So
cool.
it's right
cool.
over there.
Yeah.
I remember walking in and like, I'm gonna be a chef. Blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. Like I was like 18. It was fresh out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you take home ec?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I should have. I wanted to.
I thought that's
but
where
they
you
never
like. I
threw it on
thought
my
in high school is when you figured out cooking. Okay. Sorry.
No, they never threw it on my thing. They never gave it to me on my schedule, but I would love to. Went to Le Cordon Bleu. Did like 2 months, and I was just like, moving on to the next thing, and I never went back.
Okay.
I
mean, once you do it, you do it, right?
Money.
Yeah.
But at the time, my dad was not about to pay for me to go to
Yeah,
to
like,
school.
can you cook
so
or not?
Once I started owing them the money, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm out.
I get that.
I'm not coming back,
I
y'all.
get that,
Sorry, I ain't
yeah.
got the money. I was playing.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, you're always smarter in hindsight. They end up going out of business a couple years ago.
I thought, I was just thinking to myself, you don't hear about nobody going to Le Cordon Bleu no more.
No, they went
It's
out
gone.
of business, and that waived everyone's balance with them. Like if you had a balance with them with student loan,
because who you paying it to?
Who you paying it to?
Yeah, that was a
I
judge
should've
back in the
just
day. You
finished
should have just
it.
finished it.
Oh my
Damn,
God.
that's
I
crazy.
just finished it, had the balance.
Wow.
And I would have had
Huh.
a degree for free. Because people still know them by that name. Like,
Yeah.
if I would have been like, oh, I went to Le Cordon Bleu.
That's all that matters.
I
Yeah.
could throw it on my resume right now. Who you
You
gonna
went?
call?
Was you there or not?
Oh, who are you gonna fact check?
I feel you. Okay, so is there like a culinary school now that replaced it, or is it just?
No, I don't think anyone replaced it.
Oh, yeah.
It
Tilt your
just
mic down a little
replaced
bit. Like, wow, that's perfect. Yeah.
Could you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
It was a static. It's better now.
Yeah, it's because it was like these mics are designed to like ignore things. Like if I go over here, like you said,
Oh, that's really
yeah.
good.
So yeah,
Good to know.
they're like sound deadening.
So
mics.
yeah, that's it. I've always just had a passion for food.
Okay.
I love like the science of food. I love like the cultures, different cultures, and that's why I don't cook like soul food. Like a lot of people would like to see me cook.
Yeah.
And I feel like those videos would go super viral because people like big backs.
Honestly, yeah, that's true. Your content is like very like culinary. Like you garnish all of your plates at home. Like it seems like I imagine even if you cook for yourself, like you sprinkle a little, something on there.
I do because I do like garnish for flavor, not just for looks. Like I love chives, I love all that stuff. So this seasoning line definitely is something that I've always wanted to do. It was just perfect in my way of like making people be able to cook food that tastes kind of like mine in their kitchen without having to like follow my recipe all the way through. But your food could still kind of taste like a little bit like it came from my kitchen. So that's why I created it. I love the blends. I'm definitely always curating it to make sure that it is authentic. I'm trying to like fix my bottom line. So I'm looking for a wholesaler, but paprika from here and paprika from there could taste so different. Now I'm like
you
so
sourcing
nervous.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm so nervous to change vendors because it might change the flavor.
Yeah.
And I want it to be a flavor that I would cook with.
I get that.
So I'm in that mode right now, and I might need to bring a actual chef on board
Yeah.
or a scientist to help me make sure I fine tune those ingredients. Because right now it's good, but I want to bring the price down for my consumers.
Yeah, the price ain't bad. I bought like one of everything, and it was all right. And then I like the Miramar shipping option. I appreciate that. That's all right.
And I didn't ship well, but
it's
I'll
okay.
get there.
I figured
But
it was just like
listen,
if you in Miramar, like just
people been complaining about the price. Like they'll go on the website, they'll add to cart, and they won't check out. So I'm like, why are you not checking out? Is it expensive?
Here's perspective. So I guess if you just used to like going to Walmart getting a great value $2 seasonings, okay, your prices are up there. But me, like, I did CrossFit, and in that I was doing a paleo diet, so I paid like $20 for a Flavor God seasoning because he had like this pizza seasoning. Anything you put it on, it tastes like pizza. I'm like, I'll pay $20 for that.
And was it true?
Not really. It tastes you know what? It tastes like
a whole bunch of tomatoes in there.
Nah, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like you took some combos and like crushed it on everything. You know
I
what
could
I'm saying?
believe it.
Yeah, so it was good. Like the smell was uplifting. I was like, ooh, it smell like combos. So I guess it made you eat healthier things because you put some Flavor God on there and you like, hell yeah.
Why is that such a legit description? Because now I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, pizza
combos.
seasoning. Yeah. The pizza combos. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's what it smelled like. That's what it tasted like. So if you like that, check out Flavor God.
No, I ain't like that. But it was $20 a bottle.
Yeah, damn near.
But it was gourmet.
It was like this size.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, $20. But the holes are so big and you had to use so much of it, it was going like a week.
Yeah, my seasonings last a regular shelf life. And it's not like huge holes or anything like that.
Good. I appreciate that.
But you was putting that shit on everything.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. A
Okay.
week. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, because it was a thing, like, you took a picture of it, your thing covered in Flavor God, and you posted it on Instagram, and they repost you. I'm big on getting reposted.
Me too.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna tag Seasoned by Sancheir in my recipes, and then you'll reshare me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay, good.
I think clients like that. And companies know that people like that. Because they're like, if you tag us, we'll repost.
Yeah.
And that way I don't have to
you
pay
should
you
put
for
that in like
promo.
like a thank you bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, tag me on Instagram.
I do.
I wouldn't know.
I have a little card. You'll get your package today.
Okay, good. That's cool.
But yeah, anyway, thank you for
Seasonedbysancheir.com.
Seasoned by Sancheir.
Yes. Okay, I will.
I have people that's like buying again, and I'm like, oh my God, I did not kill you and your family. Yeah. Oh my God, you love it.
That reminds me, I had a beard oil company. It was called Pull Beard Co. It was like a yellow label. It's okay. I'm not gonna ask you if you remember it because why would you? But yeah, so it was a beard oil company, and me and my friend Jason made. I don't know if you know Jason Key Footage. We both had beards at the time, and we was like, yo, I want beard oil. It's so hard to find. Like at this time, you went to Walmart, TJ Maxx, not TJ Maxx. Why would I go to TJ Maxx? Walmart, Walgreens, all these places. Everywhere. Yeah, and you cannot find beard oil. It was not a thing. So I'm like, okay, you know what? My rule is if it's hard to find, I'm gonna make it. You know, like YouTube videos. If it's hard to find, I'll make it. So I made my own beard oil, but how I did it was I just looked up ingredients of beard oils, and I bought a bunch of essential oils. And right there in Key Footage Studios, we put a bunch of bottles, like plastic bottles, and just started dropping, essential oils in there. We're like, that's not good. Put that in there, so we looking it up online and we're like, okay, so what these oils do? We're like, okay, this oil said do arousal, like you smell it and it's arousing. Okay, yeah, put extra.
Extra.
So there's no real science behind these beard oils. It's just like your shit will look so glossy when you wear it, you know. So I would go out like, yeah, you know, you see the shine. But what happened was,
I'm dying.
Yeah, but we didn't know what we didn't know. So people who didn't have beards started buying it. Like people who wanted beards, they would buy it and just rub it into their face. Yeah. And now people starting to break out. So I'm like. So I don't know if they break it out because they doing it wrong or because every time we run out, we got to come back and remix a new concoction. And I wrote down what we did. I said, okay, 3 drops of this, 5 drops. Like I kept the log, but it was a time like we had to go. You know what I'm saying? We were both busy. We're like, bro, just do it. Like, you don't know how to do this on the paper. So we take turns making it. It's just inconsistent now.
Oh, my goodness.
But it was still going well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a full beard and it didn't get to touch your face, you probably wouldn't even know you breaking out. So what happened was we ended up scoring wholesale deals. Like, I started talking to beauty supply stores, and I was like, oh, if you buy 12 bottles, I'll give you 2 for $8 a bottle. Something like that, you know?
Shut up.
Yeah. First time went great. She ordered again because she sold out quickly because it's hard to find beard oil.
Yeah.
Second time, we tried to switch bottles. We're like, yo, I think it'll look better in black bottles. These bottles all leaked the whole way to her business. And she was cool about it. She ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
I wish I remember the name of this beauty supply store. Damn, I want to shout them out, but it's okay.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, she was cool about it. She just never ordered again. She ain't saying nothing. She ain't leave a bad review. But when people started breaking out and the bottle started leaking, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time we just hang it up. You know, maybe let's do something else.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can learn so much from you from this business because I do want to start sourcing and maybe getting into like a little store. I don't have to get into Publix and Target and stuff right now. If I could get into like a little mom and pop shop or something like that, and
like Whole Foods or something. You just need a little card at the register. Yeah,
Whole Foods. Which Whole Foods?
Whole Foods.
I doubt they'll put me in their Whole Foods.
You would be surprised. I do
see some random ass.
Yeah, because my wife and her best friend, they had like a rolling tray company. It's called Rolling Baddies. It still is called Rolling Baddies. I
remember that.
You saw Rolling Baddies? Yeah, Rolling Baddies. They made really good trays. It was artsy. And I just went and talked to smoke shops because I was just always in there.
Right.
And they was like, yeah, bring it in. And I told them, yo, make me some trays. The smoke shop said they'll put it up. We just never did it, but it's a thing. Yeah. Just talk to the manager.
Okay, I gotta start looking around.
A lot of these business stores are willing to help you do it, especially like if you go I probably want to do corner stores. I don't know if like you going to a corner store looking for seasoning. No. Fresh markets. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little when you go out there and it's like the little the pop up grocery store.
We discussed it that we were gonna do one together in Miramar.
Oh yeah. Oh snap! The trade shows.
So
okay,
so
much to cover.
Right.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
All of it. Okay, so here's the thing. So as far as the trade show, let's get into trade shows, and I guess we'll segue into marketing.
Okay.
So as far I saw one broker in the Miami board. She did a trade show at the financial conference. I don't remember the name of the conference, but she left her review. She said, number one, I was the only real estate brokers there. Number two, I got so many contacts. Number three, so many people just asked to join my business. And I said, why aren't more people doing trade shows? And I really think it's just because of the fear of, like, No, not even. Just some people are just scared to look like they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
And I feel like because you just don't know what people are gonna ask you, you are scared of not knowing the answer. So that's why people don't do it. But I'm invested in, like, I gave you my little list of things I must do this year. Yeah. So I'm invested in figuring out doing a trade show, and I invited you to one November. I'm gonna look up the actual number. I'm gonna look it up right now because I want to shout this trade show out.
But listen,
yes,
you also do so much. You're a broker. You have this podcast studio that's doing crazy numbers. Yeah. You're a dad of 2 under 2. 2 under 2. Hands on. I'm always running into this man at Publix.
I'll be right there.
You're super hands on. I love that about you.
Thank you.
And then you're managing your team, also producing for yourself.
Yeah.
How do you do all of it?
Honestly, I write everything down. That's my only way. And similar to you, I always have to be like, what's next? Like, I can never be doing something. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm doing it, Right. So, like, I'm in real estate and I got a good amount of sales coming in. Like, okay, this is good. But now what? Because I got all this time now. I closed out all my clients. Yeah, I could go back and get more clients, but I got a little bit of time. I know I'm going to get new clients later. So in that little gap of window of time, I'm like, what can I do? So I'll put together this, or I'll
Okay.
What else yeah, I just look at the overall situation, like, how can I make it better?
Right.
I have this whole podcast studio. I don't have a podcast. That makes no sense.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? People are paying me to come here and do a podcast. Why don't I do a podcast? So I just force myself to make a podcast. Welcome to But the Busy, you know?
You needed a podcast, and you're such a good conversationalist.
Yes. Yes.
So, like, it's meant for you to.
Yeah, I have to, like, cap myself sometimes. Like, I'll just tell myself, just don't go over an hour, you know? Like, when this thing starts saying, like, 49 minutes, 50 minutes.
How many minutes are we on right
22.
now? Oh, we're chilling.
22, we chilling. You know what I'm saying?
We're in there.
Yeah, see, so, yeah. Okay, so this is called the Small Business Marketplace. It's Sunday, November 19th from 12 to 5.
That's the one in Miramar.
That's the one in Miramar at the Miramar City Center, 2400 Civic Center Place. You can sign up at collaborativeevents.net/SBM for Small Business Market.
Yeah,
So
I'll be there. I'm going to sign up.
So how I met this person.
Yeah.
The organizer, her name is Yada. She is Kano's, I won't say his wife. I believe it's his wife. Mm-hmm. Kano is best friends with Rick Ross. So when Rick Ross was here, Kano's over there. I'm talking to Kano. We chilling. I go to Kano to help him set up his studio. I don't know if you saw all the, like, rappers I've been posting.
No.
It's okay. So I helped him do a video over there, and then next thing you know, his wife is also a mortgage broker, but in another state. So she also is an event organizer, and she put together this event, and I'm like, that's right up the street. I have no reason to not do it, and I have two companies to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a dream.
So now you're friends with Kano and Rick Ross.
Not Rick Ross, yeah, not Rick Ross.
Not Rick Ross. That's a little bit.
Like, I sat there, he sat here though. You know,
cool.
so that's something.
Associates.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got a hat. They gave me an MMG hat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe not associates, but he know your face.
He know my face. Like, if he see me in the street, I'm like, yo, he'll be like,
I know you from somewhere.
I remember this guy. Yeah, so that's how I go. So, you know, I'm big on, like, baby stepping relationships. I don't want to, like, force it. When I met him, I don't want to ask you for nothing.
You connect dots.
I just connect dots.
Like,
I'm like, what can I do for you? Let's do it. What can I do for you? Let's do it.
Again. Right, right.
You know,
I
the only thing I did ask for was him to sign my book.
And did he?
He did.
That's good.
He signed it, yes.
That's
so
awesome.
now both of my Rick Ross books are signed. And, like,
That's
honestly,
good.
he was a big inspiration to my life. Like even, like, studying for my real estate exam, I would be listening to, you know.
Right.
So it's just crazy that it's full circle.
That's pretty dope. My husband's a big Rick Ross fan. So
Who isn't?
been the same,
Yeah,
you know,
love it. Changed my life. Yes, but moving on to the next thing. So, yeah, you're going to do that with me. And then are you going to get one booth? Two booths?
Hold on one.
Yeah, do your thing. See, we edit around here.
Oh, my God. I never text my husband this grocery list from Publix. Dang. Okay.
I stopped grocery shopping.
Why?
I Instacart.
That's expensive.
Yeah, but I got two kids, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to put them both in a car seat and both in it don't work. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm with a real. Okay, this is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband asks, which of these would my boy at work find his appraisal? So which document would have the appraisal?
The appraisal is the document.
I know. It would have been separate. It wouldn't be combined.
They don't send you the appraisal unless you ask for it.
True, because the lender would have it.
Yeah. You got to ask for it.
Yeah. Gotta ask.
You know what I hate? When I'm, like, the listing agent on a deal and the buyers do appraisal and they don't tell you what it appraised at. That stresses me out.
If it appraises, good. You appraise. But
Yeah,
it's not your
but it's
business.
like-
If you don't appraise, they're like,
What are you hiding?
Short. I know.
Yeah,
What's
if
the
it don't
secret?
appraise, they quit to say, excuse me, the appraisal came in at 547.
It's short.
We priced at 600. What's up? You know,
Right,
but if it's
right.
over, they're like, we good. I'm like, oh, what did it appraise at? We good. We good. And it just freaks me out because I hate leaving people's money on the table.
Right.
Oh, that brings us, you ready back? That brings us to our next segue. Okay, so you have done general real estate. Like, when you came in, when you first got licensed, you were already booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Like, within your first year, then you came to the Investment Property Gurus, and you came in already having multiple deals going. You had deals pending, deals in motion.
did.
Like, it was crazy. So, from that, you went right into new construction.
Right. I think I got like three checks or two or three with your name on it.
Yeah.
Because I kept those checks.
Yeah, and you were like,
Sometimes
that's
I'm
all
like,
within like a couple of weeks. It was
did
crazy. I never seen nothing like it.
Did I cash this check?
I hope you did.
I'm like, no, I'm
'cause
looking at
I
it
think
like,
they
and I'm
expired.
like, yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
But I'm so hungry right now. I'm like, are you sure, Sancheir? Try again.
Honestly, I do that. Like, when I find the check, I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, maybe I didn't cash it yet. But I be scared to try to, you know,
And
like, I
then
gotta
they're like,
pay
oh,
that
no,
shit.
ma'am, that's
fraud. We don't condone that on the Book the Busy podcast.
All right, so yeah, I came in, I had some deals going.
Yes. Okay. So you have experience in both realms.
Yeah.
But was it like before you even got your real estate license and started doing general that you already wanted to do new construction? Because you had already had the application pending. They just called you like after the fact.
No.
You wanted to do general and go.
No, I got that job with Lennar within like 2 months. Like Like, it wasn't something that was planned. I was already in general for like a year and a half or so before I even applied to Lennar. So, yeah, it wasn't a plan. My niche was going to be new construction, though.
Okay.
So I knew I wanted to sell new construction because it's new, it's nice.
Yeah. You just didn't know which side.
Right. I knew it was going to be general. I had no idea I would be able to even have the opportunity to work for a builder.
It worked out.
It worked out. And I feel like talking about it right now is making me more grateful for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like you were already a good general agent, but then when you went to Lennar, you just took off and became this better agent. So I guess what takeaways or just anything in general that you could say Lennar taught you or gave you that you probably wouldn't have picked up on your own that helped you?
Oh my gosh, so much. But I did love general, and I was going to niche down to new construction anyway. I even have a YouTube video of me talking about like new construction sitting in one of their model homes. It wasn't Lennar, it was Pulte, but I still mentioned Lennar being one of my favorite builders at the time because they're like all over South Florida and not too much so the other builders. But yes, when I got the job with Lennar, that's a whole story in itself. But working there, I've closed hundreds of deals. We do fish for our own clients, so it's not easier doing new construction than it is doing general.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a lot more pressure because you work for a corporate company that's on Wall Street and they have numbers to make and goals and stuff like that. So the pressure is on. You can't just be like, I don't have a client, I'm chilling. You need to find a client.
Yeah, and I would imagine that's harder because you're there, like you're on site. It's not like you
can't
go
really
out
go out and fish.
But you still do. Like I'll still see you out at events, at trade shows, and that's just you doing that on your own time.
Literally the only one, and they make a big deal about it when I do it too. Like my boss is like, the whole region needs to know about you, like doing this because none of them are doing that. Like first of all, I'm the only black one. Yeah, not just female. I'm the only black NHC.
Yeah. What's an NHC? Oh, new home consultant.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
see,
I don't do this. Yeah. Okay.
I'm the only black person there, and I'm one of the youngest as well. I'm in the group of the youngest. I think. Am I the youngest? I might be the youngest at this point. Like 2 or 3 of us are in the same rim, but I just want to get creative. Sometimes I get stagnant because I surround myself with the people that's been there for 20, 30 years that's not doing none of that shit. Yeah. And then I'm kind of like, oh, I don't have to do that either. But I do because I don't speak Spanish. And I don't have that realtor relationship pipeline that they've built for 25 years. Like, they have realtors that would never switch up on them because they've been doing it for 25 years. Yeah. Or they've been in that one community for 6 years. They have people that didn't buy 6 years ago that will buy today, you know? Like, so they have that pipeline. I don't have that luxury. So sometimes I have to snap back from being comfortable. And that's something I know that I will also be doing when I get back into general, is not get comfortable with not having something in my backlog or in my pipeline. Like, I know I'm going to always have to keep something in my pipeline. That's something I'll take away from working for a big company. Having done like hundreds of contracts and selling millions in real estate, there's also those same situations that come up, like appraisal issues, even more so than anything. Like, really? Oh my gosh. When homes doesn't appraise, I'm now the seller that's telling you I'm not giving you anything.
I mean, you have to. Okay, so here's my question, because I would think in a new construction community, like, what are you comparing me to? It's me. You know what I'm saying? You compare this to this. That one's sold, so this one gonna sell.
When we first open up, there's no comps in my community. Right?
Oh, this is among the first one.
You have to source from the not so okay community in the surroundings area that haven't sold a home in like 10 years.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the community you're in now, and it's very different from all the houses around it. Like, there's nothing like it in that area. It's almost like you forget where you at when you in the community. You come out, you're like, wait a minute. So I can imagine you had some appraisal problems there.
Right. Off rip, the first couple of buildings are always super tough because the comps are coming in like super, super low, and you have to like figure it out. And like Lennar does have, like, you know, we're a big company, so we pull some strings to get those first couple in closed. Yeah. So once we do that, we get over that hump. But then new construction, the prices are always changing. Yeah. So my comps could be my own comps that I've created could be way, way off if like the home isn't ready to close for another like 5 months. Imagine how much the market has changed in 5-6 months.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm giving you a comp in my community about 30,000 less, 20, 25, 40,000. Right now I'm at comps like $60,000, $70,000 less since my last sale, especially if the market has slowed down. And even if investors buy it all up cash, they don't use cash for appraisal comps. Yeah. So it still screws me because the cash buyers aren't appraised.
They looking at it as a different situation. Correct. That makes sense. Touch your mic a little bit.
Why is your mic?
It's because this thing right here is loose. You gonna like Tighten those guys. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, and also on like the reverse side, it also helped me because I sold a single family house literally right outside the gate of where Westview is.
Yeah.
And this house was in horrible shape. Like it needed everything. It needed a roof.
What you got it appraised?
Yeah. Like my seller bought this house years ago for like, I want to call it $47,000 cash, you know? And then we sold it a year ago. That's like a year ago, yeah. A year ago for $250 something without a roof, with no windows. Like the AC's moldy. It needs a kitchen, needs a bathroom. It made no sense. I'm like, sign it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but once somebody comes in and they fix it up, they can sell it for like 3, 4.
Yeah, because they're just gonna help each other. Like I feel like that is how neighborhoods are growing.
And that's how it grows. That's how it grows. But those appraisal issues come in at a boatload, right? Because we're selling buildings at a time, and we're supposed to produce like 4 a month. And if you're in an FHA community, then you have that possibility of cancellations, right? Because where are they going to find the money? So I've had people like, hey, you need $10,000. And these people already were scraping up all they got.
And then there's incentives already that they were counting on.
We already use the incentives. Like we already use it. We already maxed out. If you're conventional, because you saved up maybe 5-10%, and like you got to find this money, you're gonna lose your 5 or 10%. You know, so like you get to the point where you have those hard relationships with people, and it's a lot more. I've had people get a divorce that can't buy anymore. I've had someone that died on 95.
Oh my God.
In the middle of a contract, about a month away from closing.
Oh my God.
Like,
yeah.
Because of the mass amount, there's a lot more issues that you have to overcome and fires you have to put out. So.
Yeah, honestly, that's a big part of real estate. You would be surprised.
Right.
I too have had clients get divorced. I've had clients die. Like I've had clients the day of closing, I'm putting my shoes on to get ready, cancel the deal. And you know what I'm saying? Yes, like I'm putting my shoes on. I'm getting ready. I'm in a good mood, and then cancel. They're like, look, we understand we're gonna lose the deposit. They didn't care. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
I care.
I care. Come on, please. You know. So it's like you just have to like kind of like take yourself out of it and just like remove. Like you're just an entity, and whenever someone's upset, I just tell myself, you know what? They're mad at the situation, not me. I'm just the only person there that they're able to express it to.
Correct.
So I just listen dully, like not dully, but like like when someone's like just going off, I'm just calm. I'm like, they're not yelling at me, they're yelling at the situation.
Yeah.
You know, like okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just like, look, I understand how you feel. I just repeat, like I'll repeat. Here's how I'm interpreting your feelings. Am I right? You know, like a good book for that for me was called Verbal Judo. Cause verbal judo,
You're a big reader too.
Yeah, I get in arguments. So are you. I get in arguments a lot, and I was like, how do I stop this? Like, is it me? Is real estate not for me? And so I'm like, I read this book. I'm like, you know what? The issue is I'm trying to get them to understand my point. They're trying to get me to understand their point. Let me first let them know I understand your point.
Yeah.
You understand? I understand your point. Yeah. And now let me tell you my point. Do you understand my point? How are you interpreting my point? Can you tell me how? What am I saying to you? You know, so
that's good. You definitely got to send me a picture of that book.
I got you, Verbal Judo. Oh, and you also send. What was that? Oh, crap. You're not gonna remember the last freaking book you sent me, but there was a book you sent me, and I wanted to reference it, but it's okay.
Neighborhood Sales. Is that one?
I don't know.
I really like that one.
It's okay.
Yeah. I read that one like a Bible though. Like I don't read it like from start to finish.
Okay.
Like I just open it up and then I read whatever page it on because I know I'm gonna find something that helps me.
Okay.
In that era.
Being a top producing new home consultant, what book would you say most inspired you or drives you within what you're doing? Any aspect of it, whether it be the mental part or the drive part or whatever.
Yeah. I would say it's cliche, but never split the difference.
Okay. Negotiation book.
Yeah. Everybody thinks they can negotiate with the seller.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big company.
Right.
Right? You got the money.
Yeah.
You got the money to give me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're still selling you this individual home and we have a bottom line, our profit to make.
Yeah.
And for me, it's really hard. And my manager, if he sees this, my favorite manager.
Okay.
He's probably going to like pop me over the head.
But you said favorite, so it's okay. It's okay.
I'm also his favorite.
Okay.
Right? So,
okay.
But he hates this about me is that I really understand the buyer.
That's good.
And I really understand their pain points.
You know what it is? You're one of the few people there that actually worked with buyers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. You were there. You were on the other side of that.
Yeah. So I get it. And I also get that I need to work for the seller because that's my job.
Yeah.
But I also know the seller could be a little bit like, come on, y'all could yeah, I could do a little bit better for these people, right?
Yeah.
So I have a very hard time telling people go screw yourself.
I get that. Meanwhile,
have a hard time.
yeah, that's the easiest thing for me to cut. So my motto is, I don't want to do this anyway. I don't want to be here. There's so many other things I could be doing right now. You know, so I could be at the studio, I could be with my kids, all of that. So if you're not willing to like do it the way I know it's gonna work, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanted me to like reinvent my entire career for this transaction.
For this one,
you want me to do something I'm not willing to do. You know, like anything like that. I'm like, I'm sorry. Not everyone should be able to afford you.
Correct.
That's my thing. So. Not everyone should be able to afford your product, you know? So if they aren't willing to do what it takes to get it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
that's kind of like what we spoke about yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Or to what Yasmin said, pretty much. Like,
yes. Shout out to Yasmin. Yasmin introduced us. Shout out to Yasmin.
She did.
Yasmin brought you in.
Did.
She's the best.
She brought me in. My husband said this the other day. Because I was talking about, like, oh, I'm going to go back to General. Blah, blah. He was like, you're going to go back with Khalid? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Like, why would I not? That's where I left off. Yeah. But I'm so grateful for the connection that she... Yeah. Because I found my forever home there. Yeah. So... Not forever home. Like, if you decide to squash it and be like, no, right?
I don't see myself. You would be surprised how frequently I get invited to like bring my team to other brokers. I cannot do it. Yeah. I cannot do it. I would rather sit here and be stressed out and figure it out and just say, damn, you remember my journey? You know, but no, at that time she had got an offer from a much bigger brokerage. You know,
for sure. No hate on that. Yes,
no, she's great. She's great. She's the best. Yeah.
I'll tell Gerard to forgive you. He still has it, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Please.
This was like 4 days ago.
Forgive Yasmin. She's great. No, she's the best. She's the best. Yeah, nah. But I forgot.
Yeah. So that's just the bottom line. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, oh, is it easier to do buyer seller? I think if I come at a General, I would definitely be a seller's agent.
Me too.
I think I'm most likely going to be a listing agent, but I do like General more.
Yeah, I think another thing is like it's a big variety. I'd imagine. Do you not get tired of seeing the same house every day?
So tired.
It's just like even if you go 3 houses down and go in, it's the same house.
It's the same house.
You know tired of that?
Same thing.
Yeah, because
I'm so tired of it.
Okay, so my standpoint is to be elite in real estate. This probably works in other fields, but at least real estate, it's important to get that perspective on each side of the pendulum. So I made sure to, when I first started my career, and this is how I kind of been doing my agents, when you first start, you're working with tenants, straight tenants. You're helping them find homes because I feel like that's step one. Yeah. Get used to working with people. Get used to showing houses. Get used to not being awkward. Get used to writing contracts. Get used to reading contracts and negotiating. And if you mess up and lose somebody's deposit, I'd rather you lose a little $800 deposit than somebody's $30,000 deposit. Correct. Once you good with tenants, okay, now let's work with the landlords. Now you're a tenant agent because you're now over here. You have that perspective. You understand how it feels to look at 30 houses and they're all like, no. So when you're a listing agent, you see all these offers coming in, like, you know what, I empathize with these. So it's like, let's really take what's the best offer. Yeah. Also, this helps with discrimination. Did you know? Yeah, I went to a fair housing event the other day, and 50%, 49%, 1 in every 2 black people are discriminated against in housing.
Wow.
So
that's still a thing. It's still a thing, yeah.
So it's like even us, like I have to catch myself and make sure I'm providing the same exact level of professionalism that I would provide for anybody else. So another thing is said that you can even get in trouble if you don't ask everyone for a pre-approval before looking for a property, and you decide to ask this person for a pre-approval. That can be looked at as discrimination.
And it is.
Yeah, because it's like, what about this person like made you not ask them?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just have to be very careful about that, and just you can't eliminate anyone from what they're trying to say before they have to, like, I don't know. I wish I had a better way to say this, but these are all things that I kind of through my career had to catch myself doing and stop myself. Like, you know what?
It's a natural thing. Even black on black. Yeah. Not just like another race with black people. Yeah. It's black people that's like not. First of all, you're doing your customers an injustice and yourself an injustice by not getting them pre-approved before you're going out. Yeah. Right? Because you don't know how much they can really afford. Right. Right? You're just over here giving them, here's a list of like homes I think is cheap. Yeah. But like, what's cheap to them? Like, you don't know what they can afford. You don't even know their finances. You don't know their job. Like, how much you're making. Or are they lying to you about how much you're making? Right.
So what I'll do about that is I'll talk to you. Everyone gets a list. You want to see some properties? No problem. What do you want me to send you? $8 million? Sure. Here you go. I'll send it to you, but I'll just make it clear. Look, but before we go see these properties in person, we would need to have that pre-approval in place because it's going to move quick. We need to be able to see it. And that's the same for everybody. I'll send you a list of properties. No problem. You want to drive by the community and just see it? No problem. But if you want me to activate, put my shoes on, drop my kids off, go come meet you, or bring my kids and come meet you, I need to know everything's in line.
I need to know
yeah.
that you for real. Like you'll go to the hospital and they not seeing you without that insurance information. Or they might see you, but they gonna come over.
They have to. Yeah.
They gonna come over.
Yeah. They gonna ask. They gonna eventually
ask. How are you
ask.
paying for this?
It just has to be uniform, and agents of all races and ethnicities need to understand equality in housing, and we really need to raise awareness on Section 8. That's the biggest thing, because that's the number one area where this discrimination is happening. Because when I even had an agent tell me one time, I'm like, hey, I have a client who wants to see your property. And he was like, is she Section 8? What about me? My voice made you ask if my client, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is that even a question? You can't do that, you know? So I'm like, why? He like, oh, because the owner's current tenant is on Section 8 and it's horrible. Like they won't leave, they won't let us show it. The house is a mess. I'm like, but that's not Section 8 doing that. That's this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't generalize a group of people based off something like that.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, and you would think it's the 20s somewhere, but it's not. It's 2023.
What about my voice told you that?
Why is that their first question to me? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It's also a reverse in it too. I'm having a real hard time because I don't speak Spanish. Yeah. But I'm in a community that is
it's a predominantly Hispanic. Right? Yeah, I've seen that.
Mm-hmm. So I've had people like come to the appointment, look at me, and be like, no.
They don't, because it'll be a hard.
Immediately no, hard no. I'm not taking a tour with you.
I imagine that's discouraging too.
I'm telling you, like,
you feel like you're in the wrong place.
Sometimes? It makes me cry very often, right?
I get that.
I'm like, dang, like I've had people come off my calendar because they called and reconfirmed, like, does this person speak Spanish? Yeah. And so I'm thinking, I got 5 appointments today, I'm gonna be good. And then I settle in, and it really goes down to 2 because those 3 people were like, no.
So you'd have to partner up with somebody to better communicate.
I've had some coworkers that are like, I'll translate for you, don't worry, this, especially the lender, because really I'm showing you the pretty house. I'm not the lender. The lender speaks Spanish. Right. But they still would prefer, they feel like they're getting a better deal with someone that speaks Spanish or whatever the case is. So
someone more relatable. Maybe.
Yeah. So I feel like it feels icky coming from the reverse side. So I can imagine how it would feel if a buyer is out shopping and then they get like that feeling and that treatment. So that happens. So,
yeah. So I think the biggest thing that we can do is just kind of do our part to make sure we're treating everybody as fairly as possible.
Correct.
And just kind of put ourselves in position where we aren't obviously seen and just raise the numbers. So I'm holding my seat at the board on the board of realtors, and I love it. Like, it's probably the best decision I've made. Like, that's good. The 2 things. You get
to make a change.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like I'm there making a change. Like, they ask me questions. They want to know how I feel. They want my opinion. The CEO talks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she agreed to come on this podcast. The CEO of my fucking it's crazy.
That's major.
It's major. Yeah.
You have some major connections in your pipeline.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know how we got here.
Your business is going to take off.
Just always saying yes to things. So but we all have those same flaws. Like, for me, if I'm having a really good month, I've been stressed out for the last 6 months. So I'm chilling now. This my finally. I'm going
good.
Yeah, you know, but it's just hard to break. It's hard to break that cycle because then it's just an endless cycle and you want to get out of it.
It is. And I feel like sometimes I want to get off that hamster wheel, and I know it sounds so crazy to my Caribbean parents that I'm like, I want to go from making well into the 6 figures to like not making so much,
but you might make high, you know. So it's like it's the ceiling. Yeah,
I might make more, y'all. Chill. First of all, my bills are gonna get paid. Yeah, I can take a gap year if I wanted to, but I'm not. But it's really hard to convince my parents. Like, why would you leave such a solid job? And it's like, it's not really that solid. Yeah, it's a market.
The biggest thing is that you have those goals for growth and like the next thing in Sancheir's life, and you go after it. And that is why I'm developing the Booked and Busy planner. It's going to be a planner that's like, because every year I get a new planner, but the last 2 years I've just been on my iPad, but then my iPad broke. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm going to develop a planner, which is my favorite parts of all the planners I've used over the years. And its purpose will be to not only keep you on track with your day-to-day goals, because we all have a lot of things we need to do and we forget. Nothing pisses me off more than forgetting something I had to do.
As soon as you lay down.
As soon as I lay down, And then it'll also like remind you of your goals. Yeah. And also because we're in sales, it'll have like a little section to kind of remind you of your current clients. Make sure you follow up. So look out for the Booked and Busy planner coming to
I can't wait.
Internet near you. I'll give you one.
It need to be 2024.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm 2023. I'm trying to have it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so
then
my
goals, like everybody's shopping for planners December, January.
Yeah. So it has to be done like now.
Right.
So
I'm gonna go live on Facebook.
Now do your thing.
I'm gonna go live on
thing?
Instagram.
I have a thing.
You
like
have
the little phone thing. You want that?
Yeah. Right. I could put it right here. Go live.
Yeah, sure.
For a segment.
Yeah. We almost done.
How many minutes we got?
15.
You got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, see?
I mean,
I
10.
have to cap it. I have to cap it because otherwise we just...
You'll be editing forever.
Yeah. Nah, I don't edit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it. You got a guy for that.
Well, I'm standing up.
Like, you've always been that rich friend, though.
Okay, this camera look good. Okay, I'm gonna move your mic closer. This is all I'm up. You feel me?
Okay.
Okay. You ain't want no high noon. You good.
Huh?
You ain't want no high noon. This thing. You good.
You want to... My husband drank that.
Does he?
Does that get you drunk?
Yeah, honestly. 40 be one something on a Wednesday. I'm pretty...
You feel good?
I'm vibing. You know, it's a good day. I'm vibing.
Hey, so listen.
The thing with podcasting, like when you get here, you got to be in a good mood. So if you have a rocky morning, you got to do something to turn it around. Otherwise, you just wasted your time.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I have
Figure
a
something
home
out.
office now, so
Oh,
I'll probably...
because you got space for it.
I got space.
You got space for it? Yeah, that's nice.
So I think I'm gonna do like a cute little podcast setup in there.
You should. You
You gotta help me with that because I don't know.
Yeah,
nothing.
I got you.
What
Because
I
you
need.
started. That's how you started. Like when I met you, you had the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? This is your thing.
did.
Welcome back to camera.
Yeah,
Welcome back to
over here.
camera. What happened to fam? You remember fam? You was gonna do fam? The fam podcast
What's that?
with your friends. Y'all came in here. Y'all gonna shoot the first episode of fam. Did y'all shoot that?
We did.
What happened? Y'all ain't like it? Ain't work out?
No, I wasn't a part of it. I was invited to be a part. Like, I wasn't a part of the planning and stuff of it.
I get that.
And I don't think they do it anymore. But that's so funny. She called me this morning.
Huh? Is that CeeLo?
No.
Oh.
CeeLo's my first cousin.
Oh.
But I didn't have eyebrows all the time, but it wouldn't be bad. I don't care.
I didn't notice. It's okay. It's okay.
It was something I wanted to talk about too, but I forgot.
It's okay.
So where we are now.
Well, we just talked about equality in real estate and the importance of it.
Right.
Oh, I guess before we move on to like our last few topics, let's just touch on like the hustle part of real estate, because I feel like, not to like toot our horns, but I feel like we're both kind of really good in our own industries.
We are.
Right. So we'll give our biggest things that kind of helped towards our success in our own respective fields. So biggest things for me that helped me as a broker in real estate, number one, that helped me as far as being a better teacher is just understanding that different people understand things differently, because I'll explain something to someone, they'll get it, and I'll be like, great. And I'll explain it to someone else the same way, and they don't get it. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I have to understand, like, it's the way I'm explaining it. And I have to take the responsibility. They joined my brokerage trusting that I would, lead them or teach them.
Yeah.
So I battled with that for a while. Like when people weren't performing, I'm like, it's on me. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, it's on me for not learning them.
Right.
So you actually have to know the people you're trying to teach. The next thing that helped me as a salesperson is just letting people know what you're doing. Because if you're not like, not even to say just like Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, if no one sees you constantly and knows like, oh, he's still in real estate, they're just going to forget. They're just going to assume you're not doing anything.
Of course.
So it's important.
People forget the next day.
So it's important to kind of do things that you wouldn't normally be comfortable doing, because that's what kind of puts you on that top level. Because a lot of realtors aren't going to do an open house. A lot of realtors aren't going to go to a trade show and set up a table with pamphlets and say, ask me any question you want. So it's the little things like that. So
I like that. You know what? That's funny, because I was an associate of yours.
Yes.
And I still we're still on a team, but more of like on a friendship thing.
Yeah.
And like, but eventually I'll be an associate again.
Right.
So I do know how you communicate. And I remember we just got into like a heated thing the other day with one of our friends. Yeah. Where we both had like such different opinions on that topic. And like you're you do need to let motherfuckers know.
Yeah.
Exactly how to perceive what you're saying. Yeah. Because otherwise you're just a dick.
Yeah. And you know what? I lost a lot of friends through just kind of like explaining things how I feel like you need to understand it, but you're not understanding it. So that's what I'm saying. It's really important to like verbal judo, just understand their perspective, understand their point of view, understand what they're trying to say. Yeah. Sometimes it's not about how they're saying it, it's what they're trying to say. And another thing is I get offended easily. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like you're saying something, I'm like, oh hell no, I don't gotta take this, So I need to get out of that. And a lot of realtors need to get out of that.
No, for sure.
It's cost me money.
A lot of realtors get on power trips.
Yeah.
Power trips. Like now that I'm more of a senior in the real estate realm, I remember when I first started real estate, this older realtor, she was on the seller side. Like she tried to little girl me. Yeah. And I took that because I felt like I didn't know enough. Like, and then like going back in it, it wasn't even that serious.
It never is. Yeah.
And like now that I'm a senior and I know better, first of all, you can't little girl me because I most likely know more about real estate than a lot of people because I have a lot more transactions on my belt than a lot of people.
Right, you do.
So I know the ins and outs. I know the title job. I know the mortgage side. I know the seller. I know the buyer. I know all the sides. Now I'm not just no little girl that's calling my broker for help. I literally probably would never need a broker for help.
Yeah.
But yeah, like realtors get on power trips, especially here in Miami.
Yeah, honestly, I've had moments like that, and it's mostly because like my own insecurities are like I feel like you're attacking me in a way that you're really not. You just kind of the same way I'll say something to somebody the way I'm just naturally thinking to say it, and they'll take it the wrong way.
True.
I think that's what I be doing a lot, and I feel like a lot of the times you get pissed off at somebody because they're showing traits that you don't like about yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So.
You be preaching. You can write a book.
I want to write a book, but I'm gonna do the planner first, and the planner gonna help me write the book.
And maybe in the planner you put like a little bit of snippet in the top of each page.
I'm gonna put like a little
gem.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna
do that. I'm gonna do that.
Like the first page of the week is like, hey, going to this week with this mindset.
Yeah. Okay. I like
and
this.
then start the week.
I like this.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then that'll set you aside from the regular plain planners. It's not just a planner.
Yeah.
This is like a life
It's a something to keep you going.
You need this.
Yes. You need the book the busy planner. You want to be book the busy? Get the book the busy planner. It. Yeah.
And then you really will take it up to the next level if you on the last day of that week. You're like, hey, did we do all this shit that was on this list?
Yeah, okay, what did you do? What did you not do?
Double back, and if you didn't, add it to this week.
Add it to the next week. God damn it,
Remind me. Write this shit down.
I will.
I'm
gonna give you a planner for that. I'm gonna give you a planner. Free charge. I got you. On the house. I got you. But yeah, and then it like an example of what I'm explaining is I had a client, she's an attorney, a black attorney, very powerful, very successful black attorney.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and she came in and she wanted to buy, I think, 6 condos at one time. 6. So we put 6 on the contract, but then, for whatever reason, there was like 2 of them. We're closing. Yeah. 2 of them, we had to cancel the deal. So I'm like, what can I do? She want to cancel the deal? We cancel the deal. She understood she would lose her deposit. She didn't care. She made like calculations and she's smart. She made a financial decision. It is better to lose this little $3,000 deposit than have to give them $60,000.
Right.
So the agent just started going off on me like, oh no, this girl signed a contract. I'm like, first of all, who are you calling a girl? You know what I'm saying? She's a grown woman. She's an attorney. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going off on her. And I'm like, why am I really doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no money up. I'm not losing no money. My client don't care about the money she losing.
Right.
Just let her react. She's reacting to the situation. She's not cussing me out. She's not trying to make me go and force my client to close. I'm like, look, I told you could have a little $3,000. What's the problem?
Listen.
The
biggest thing I've learned in real estate that I could take throughout my whole life is that I forgot my train of thought.
It's okay. The biggest thing I learned throughout real estate that I could take throughout my entire life is that a lot of these people that like we kind of would like look up to or like just think are out of reach, they're right there. They're right there. Like I've met more millionaires in real estate just casually and matter of factly than I ever would have in any other field trying to get around real estate. Like, let me go to Club Lib because Jeezy over there. I might see Jeezy showing the properties. It's just interesting the rooms it puts you in.
I saw you doing a consultation with like a
money
lady.
Yeah. Crap.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I forgot who, but yeah. I be doing that. Like the people I'm associating with are just getting more and more like up there.
Yeah.
Like, Tanya from HGTV coming on But the Busy podcast too. Like it's so
Tanya, the white lady?
No, she's
You have receipts.
I got receipts.
I do remember my thought now though.
Oh good, yeah, shoot it out.
And I hope I don't forget it before I say it.
Say it now.
What is wrong with me?
There's a lot going on. See, this is why I try to cap this at an hour. Tanya Nayat, HGTV. She's on
she's pretty. That's what's up.
Yeah, nice lady.
What I was gonna say. Real estate.
Yes.
It's a fact-based business.
Yes.
Present the facts to your clients.
That's it.
To your counterparts.
Yep.
And leave it alone. It's a fact.
That's the biggest thing.
I'm not making this shit up.
Right.
It's on paper. We're doing a business transaction. This is not something I'm pulling out. I woke up and like, I'm gonna ask you for $15,000 today.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to buy a house. You need to provide $15,000. Here's the number. Send that wire. Let me know when it's done.
Yeah, I had to get out of that because when I would get bad news from the opposing agent that I had to deliver my client, I would freak out and I was kill time trying to figure out how do I tell them. Like for what? Just this is a fact. They told you to tell the fact. All you could do is present the fact. The appraisal came in $100,000 under. I just gotta tell them because
You're
the
not gonna
longer,
fight me?
yeah, they're not gonna. They might, but like more often than not, like you'll be surprised. Like I've had people threaten me, like it's crazy, but more often than not, like it is what it is. They
Yeah.
all they could do is just pivot, and most of the time they don't even react nearly how you think they're gonna react.
No.
They just be like, oh damn, that's crazy.
No.
Well, I guess I understand.
No,
You know,
I had
so-
one of my seniors tell me like, "Don't respond." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "What do you mean don't respond?" I'm like freaking
Yeah.
out. Like he was like, "Don't say nothing back."
Or
I'm
like if they send you like a trainer angry
Yeah.
text, I just let them. I just let
he
them
was
rack
like,
up.
"Don't. Why are you trying to figure out your place, how you could fix it?"
Yeah,
And I'm like,
nah.
"Because
the most
it's
I'll
not-
do is
it's
drop a.
falling
I
apart."
understand your frustration.
Yeah.
I
He was like,
understand.
"Don't respond. Everything works themselves out."
Yeah,
So,
no,
like
if
I
it's
stopped responding, and the title company and the lender worked it out. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with it anyway.
yeah, and it's not like we're like leaving them on red. It's like
No.
these messages you're sending there's no response to this.
Right.
There's no answer I can give you. You're not asking me a question. If you're just going
Right.
off, I got 8 other people pissed off about something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I don't.
Correct.
I'm gonna come back to you. All right,
Correct.
wait right here. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be right back. Yeah.
I was telling somebody that the other day, like I have one on the contract right now that's like giving me a hard time, but that's the only one.
Yeah.
Right? Because she's in Brazil and she's like, I can't come from my line.
Yeah.
It's nothing I could do. I can't go to Brazil and bring her here.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Right.
So I realized that if I had 8 other fires to put out that day, that one would have been easier.
Yeah.
But when it's just that one, it's like,
It just it consumes you mentally.
it's like, bro, if I had like a whole bunch of fires, I would have been like, fireman,
Yeah,
fire,
there you go.
fireman. Like I would have
There
been
you go,
in
yeah.
But it's just one, and I'm like making it a bigger deal.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess the more pressure,
Mhm.
the easier it is. I don't know. But I guess.
I look at when I have like a train of stressed out people and angry people, I just be like, look how important I am. Wow. All these people with problems and they're all coming to me. You know, like, love it.
You
It takes years to get here. It takes years to get to this level of importance.
It do, and I guess what? It takes millions. I think little Sancheir in real estate wasn't that long ago, right?
Yeah.
I think I started real estate. I don't even remember when I started real estate. People ask me all the time. I make up a number like.
I don't want to put a number on
Whatever.
you.
I don't
but
remember.
It wasn't that. It was less than 10.
But I do know that I've sold millions
Yeah.
in real estate, and that's something I didn't see. I couldn't have predicted to happen.
Right.
Like I'm okay.
Yeah, but also like it's important to note that they say real estate is the purest form of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to just think they could just quit their job and join
No.
and be a new home sell construction.
Oh no,
consultant
that's the
and
hardest
just-
job to get.
Yeah, I imagine it is, but it's like just because we have that realtor mindset, we look at things as okay. If I do this, and this, I can make a couple $1,000s, and
Right.
that translates into everything else we do. That translates into our studios we open, our seasoning lines, our content we make.
Hey, I'm already in real estate, but if you
Yeah.
ask me, if I was to go back,
Yeah.
like, would you do real estate again? I know my homegirl Yasmin would be like, I would always choose real
Yeah,
estate.
she loves
Hell
it, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I ended up here. I
didn't end up here.
Okay.
I signed up for this shit. Like, and it's a lot.
Let's close out with that.
A lot of days I'm like, no, you're stupid.
Oh, okay.
No, but I have to start paying for that degree now, so I got to start using it. But
Yeah.
I came into real estate because I was pregnant with Zion, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, dang, I don't want to be a teacher. And I was subbing, and then I had the opportunity to go on full time, and I was like, I hate these damn kids.
You were a teacher. That's why you explain things so well, because you teach now. I'm like, oh wow, she just stepped out of her comfort zone, just start teaching these
Yeah,
classes.
yeah,
You already had a
yeah.
teaching background. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and I
Sorry.
might go back to it, but
Yeah.
teachers don't make nothing.
Teach real estate. They make something.
They do?
Mhm.
Put me on.
I
But
got you.
listen, so I was like, I need to do something, and I really like the homes. I didn't know the whole backstory of it. I was
Yeah.
one of those idiots that are like, I'm going to be a realtor, and I'm going to be rich in 3 months.
Yeah.
I was one of those people. And
I
then
get
I
that.
accidentally became really, really good at it.
Mhm.
And I accidentally started selling my first year.
Yeah.
Right? I found my first client door knocking and then building that relationship with her. Like, sometimes I even think about her like, did she die?
Yeah, you would be surprised,
She
bro.
was
It's
old.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah,
did
it's
she die
crazy.
yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
She got to be dead by now.
Oh my God, let's leave her alone.
She was old, Miss Mary. Love you, girl. But I accidentally was one of those people that got into real estate and didn't suck at it. I was really good at it.
I
So
get
it wasn't
that.
like a dream of mine or passion. I could really do anything. I could go back to being a waitress right now.
Yeah.
Like
Where did you waitress at? Where did you?
California Pizza Kitchen, I used to be a store trainer. I used to open
Really?
up stores for California Pizza
The
Kitchen.
more you know. You think you know somebody.
You think you know?
Okay,
person.
that's cool.
And I could go back to that any day because that's when I'm happiest.
Yeah.
Right? That's my happy
When you could be
space.
outside, be yourself, and socialize. That's what it seems
Correct.
like. Okay.
Correct. So for me, I don't have to do real estate. Real estate is not my life.
Yeah.
I'm just happen to be really good at it and happen to really make a lot of money doing it and happen to I just happen to be good at it.
When you came in, you were already making content out the gate. Like no one had to explain it to you, or like I feel like you were probably making content. I had my lenders
like, why
that.
the hell are you going with a builder? Because I was stopping their back by going with a builder. They were like, no, absolutely not.
You were ahead of the game.
I was ahead of the game, and I think when I jump back into it, I think I'm also going to still be on that trajectory. Like I'm always going to be a multi-million producer. I'm always going to hit maximum 6 figures, who you are. Many 6 figures over, no matter what I do, because it's in me.
It's who you
gotta
are.
be in you. Can't be.
It has to be in you.
Gotta be in you, not on you.
You can't just show up and try to be somebody, you know. So yeah, that's a cool story.
And I put people first. That's
what this
always,
is.
And I just happen to be good at real estate. It's not something that I probably would do forever.
Yeah.
But I would always keep my license.
Yeah, my thing is I'll try to never talk a client into doing something. You know, like if they say cancel my deal, I'm like, you sure? Right. Let's do it.
Cancel
it's
it.
Dead.
Cancel
it.
I can't force you to buy a house. It's not a cheap investment.
Never. And they pick up on that when they feel you're trying to sell them on something, they just reject you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was the same way when I first got here. Like I was instantly good at it. Like my office had a production board, and my name would just pop up. And we're talking agents like that's been in the business for years and decades, and they're like, "How are you doing that?" I'm like, "How are you calling people?" Like, did you try calling somebody?
Yeah.
Like literally, I just pick up the phone and I would get a deal. So yeah, I think that's great, and I appreciate you. Thank you for your time here.
It was great. Yeah. I gotta come back. What we gonna talk about next?
I don't say it. We'll just do it again. You just show up.
We got shit to talk about every day.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. This is good. Okay, so things moving forward. Sancheir is actually gonna help me start a show because I've never sold a new construction property. And I'm determined to sell a new construction property. So
one way or another, it's not that hard. I think you're gonna sell multiple when I come at the general room.
Facts. I'm excited.
For sure.
I'm excited. I'm back out there. I'm in the field. I'm showing proproperties. Like I'm getting listings here and there. Like I don't even know myself right now.
You're on fire. I'm on fire. You rented Muhammad shit.
Yeah, I did.
That was awesome.
I did. Yeah, I did.
That was awesome.
That was they tried to take me out.
We'll talk about it off camera.
But I got it done. So I appreciate you. Make sure you check out seasonedbysancheir.com. If you are interested in learning about real estate as an investor, check out buyrented.profit.com. I actually have a referral link, so look at my description and click on it from there so you know your boy get a couple dollars. If you want to get your real estate license, Khalid Real Estate School, I have a 20% discount. I really hope it's 20%. I don't remember, but I feel like it's 20% off. It's under $100 will get you your license at Khalid Real Estate Schools. Link in bio.
$100 and you can make $1 million?
$100. Yes. $100.
You were killing me. I said if he said that shit one more time.
Yeah. So you just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's real estate for you. But yeah, Khalid Real Estate, link in bio, theinvestorpropertygurus.com. Check me out. Ask me questions. Ask Sancheir questions. We're out.
We're a team. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. We got a lot coming next year.
Look out for, I'm going to call the show Selling New Construction. I'm sure it's a thing somewhere, but I'm going to document my journey on not knowing nothing, never sold a new construction deal, to Sancheir helping me find my first client.
I'm not giving him his first client.
No, she's not giving it. She's going to tell me what
to
do to find my client. Yeah,
correct.
I'm going to call Sancheir and I'm going to put on speaker like on MTV, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, oh, Sancheir, I'm trying to do this. What you think? And you're like, oh, no. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to be like,
that's fun.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, we here at Lennar, you know, Sancheir in the office, and I'm gonna come through like, oh, Sancheir here, you know. It's gonna be a thing. And
there's so many builders going on around here now. I think Mattamy Home is building some.
Never even heard of it. See, we got something.
We got a lot to learn. All right, y'all. Bye.
Out.